This is Biafran Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
That a short clip that is trending. It's not that it's not a kind of globally trending. It's just that people pay attention to that audio or to that voice message, to that video, depending on how you see it, because the video of Eggman is not lining with what the movement of the mouth is not the same with what he's saying, but we are here to go through that together. Now, we are not going to waste much time. We understand the context of the so-called lawsuit from Nkere and their group. And that is why many people are kind of, doubting what Nkere is doing, and the cabals whom have now decamped. They are no longer with him. They chose to build their own government, even though it's quite laughable. I don't want to bring the screenshot that is trending, that is on social media. It's not trending though, but people are circulating it on social media. Their performance last Saturday. Why is such? I told you, any group that this woman is bound to fall. The reason is not because I'm not a prophet or anything, but it is clear that she possesses with negativity. She's Eggman said that he's Amo Biara, and this one is negative Biara. I don't know if there's anything like that, but you get the point. Any group that you see her, just run for your life, because she's not there to do anything meaningful. She's not there to give you what you actually want or to represent that. No, not at all. She always brings negativity, whether you like it or not. It is bound to happen. That is who she is. That is what she represents. You can't take it away. You can't take it away, my people. This is who she is. Now, I want us to pay close attention to what we're about to watch. We all know that the so-called lawsuit is questionable. People have actually asked some questions about it. But now we are not getting it clearer, because Eggman, who is no longer with Nkere, have decided to go harder by explaining how the whole thing started. Now, according to him, he said that Nkere don't want to sue anybody, that it was those gangsters, those enablers, those CRC managers and CRC promoters, they are the one that pushed him to sue Biafrans. Today, they are no longer with him. I'm not going to say much. I want you to be the one to listen. Though we may have something to chip in.
Raphael, so Briggy, you're not aware that...
Let's start from the beginning.
Sorry, Raphael, so Briggy, you're not aware that Nkere sued Ngozi, because the other group were accusing you guys that you are angry that he sued Ngozi, maybe because of the money that is involved, and because of this, Ruby Nadi, who is her friend, is that's why you put her name as a signatory to Oge.
I put her name.
No, I mean Briggy. The other group were saying, because for the fact Briggy members are not aware, apart from it was Oge who
is holding them. Why I'm laughing is because this idea of Ruby Nadi all of a sudden she's now the friend of Ngozi, the COS. Really, you see, the problem of you people is that you want to tag every negative thing, anything that you don't like to see us, and that's why you keep on failing, because I can't do anything. If I thought that her hands are not clean, you guys would have eaten her raw. But as long as she's still standing, it's a testament that what you guys are saying is just end in your mouth and with you. Because if I thought that all this nonsense that you guys are saying actually exists in the first place, by now she won't be here. Will you guys know what you guys do in secret, just to prove that she's not what you want, and I will end it then. But the issue of Ruby Nadi all of a sudden is now the close friends of CS. I don't know, but maybe they were friends. Maybe they were friends, but now I don't think they're still friends. Be it as it may, Everybody have rights to choose whatever they want to choose. But for you to all of a sudden begin to call her friends and all this is a way of, I don't understand. And those that are doing that is from Sonak Barawa. You know, Sonak Barawa and Eggman, who is more righteous? It is difficult to call. It is difficult. So between Sonak Barawa and Eggman, who do you think that is his sins are more forgiving? If they ask you to rate what are you going to do? Will you consider to give the Eggman, you know, more score, or the chief priest of Kevadi? Which of them? Now listen, because two of them have done something terrible. There's no doubt about it.
Right?
Now let me stop you 1 minute. You said that we were not happy that in fact, the most joyful moment for us was when we heard it on social media, but we were very happy. I personally was so happy. If there's anybody that was not happy that Ngozi was sued, you know that person is enemy of what we are doing. No,
because that was the Sonia Barawa, they were saying that oh my goodness. You know, it's always that's why I told you that it's always good to come out to explain to Biafrans, because
exactly.
You know, if you did not say this thing now, because I was not aware that you guys were not aware that
you did, no, wait, let me explain to you. You need to get it very clear.
Okay.
We are the ones that we as a cabinet, we said the motion that Ngozi must be sued. We have been
that they are the one that sent the motion that Ngozi must be sued. He said, let me get it clear. Like, he wants to explain it very well for this lady that is trying to find out why Sonak Barawa are saying that you guys are not happy because they sued COS and Biafras, of course. And this Eggman said, no. The day they got that news happened to be one of his best day, you know, in recent age or recent time. So he's very happy. He's very, very happy. And not only that he's happy, that they are the one that have been begging for COS to be, for Biafran to be sued. I always say COS. It's not about COS. There are many other Biafran that named in that is in that list. So that is, get it clear from Eggman. Now listen.
Putting the pressure on him, he refused. You know the reason why?
They mounted pressure on him and he refused. Dino Nkere refused to sue COS and Biafran the way they wanted it, not today.
He refused because he's afraid that Ngozi might counter sue.
Now that the reason why he refused to sue, sue COS when they started calling for that is because he's afraid that Ngozi may counter sue him because he has a lot of cockroach in his cupboard. I got to him.
Because of his cockroaches in his cupboard. And at the end of the day, because at that time our bylaws was not fully ready and the lawyer have not fully looked at it and everything.
You see, that their bylaw are not fully ready. Now, listen. This is a thing. This is something that I want us, all of you, to get here. 80 or 90% of what PM, have, or the way PM arrange the government has been changed, has been mutilated by Nkere and their camp. They have actually, they have done some terrible job. They have touched a lot of things. The so-called bylaw, PM is not aware of it. Is a new thing being added to the website, because I asked about this bylaw and I didn't receive a clear explanation of what this bylaw is all about. Now for him to say that as of that time their bylaw was not even fully ready, meaning that it is something that they just created of late. Remember that, because they have to create all this nonsense to suit narrative, and that's why Nkere know that it's not the original. That's why he keep on telling them no, that he's the president here, and everything has been changed and have been mutilated. They have touched it. They have manipulated their way to everything. Everything. They have, they have access to this. They have touched a lot of things, and it's no longer the government that that was under, that PM was in charge, or PM, formed. Everything is now in a different shape, and that is why they are not government. I told you, they are just get together, gathering, just like the US. who also seen themselves as the mouthpiece of Biafrans. I don't know which Biafran they're talking about though. Now listen.
And sign and seal everything. So he didn't have that fear of someone in a glass house throwing a stone, didn't allow him to make that move. But when everything was now settled, we have the jurisdiction to prove that Ngozi have no right to use Brigi anymore. We have the permission of our Prime Minister that Ngozi have no right to use his name. All those things now backed up with the bylaw. Now, Nkere, when he now decided to take that action that we have been putting pressure on him, he did not carry us along. He forgot that we are the ones that have been telling him, when are we going to sue Ngozi? I even commented one day on I said, we should be suing Ngozi like yesterday. Then when I now saw it, and in fact, the first people that notified us were the Zoo media. The Zoo media was not saying Simon Ekpa suing Ngozi, but it was not Simon Ekpa that suing Ngozi. It is Brigi. You see, we heard the wrong narrative from the media, and then we were not asking. But as at that time, I can now tell you guys that Nkere have stopped attending our back meeting. So there's no way he would even come to tell us because he has refused coming to our meetings. So the only person that may have known is Amobi and maybe Sonia Karawa, who are his handbag, people he was working with. But the rest of us in the back, we did not know. But when we now got the news in the media, we were all happy. All the same, we said, thank God, it's a win-win. Even though he didn't tell us after he did it, we are happy that it is done. So at least finally he got it done. We are happy. Not to know that even him, he's even going to enter our own pot of soup because he has committed even more crimes.
He has committed more crime than Ngozi, according to him. But there's a part where he said that PM gave them the assurance, like gave them go ahead, and Ngozi should not use his name. Which, in the same video, he said PM was not the one that sued. Now listen.
The other group were saying who sued Ngozi, right?
Now let me stop you 1 minute. You said that we were not happy that.
Pay attention here. The audio is not that loud, but
joyful moment for us was when we had it on social media, but we were very happy. I personally was so happy. If there's anybody that was not happy that Ngozi was sued, you know that person is enemy of what we are doing.
No, because that was the Sonia Karawa, they were saying that oh my goodness. You know, it's always that's why I told you that it's always good to come out to explain to Biafrans, because
exactly.
You know, if you did not say this thing now, because I was not aware that you guys were not aware that
you did no wait. Let me explain to you. You need to get.
And listen.
We are the ones that we as a cabinet we set the motion that Ngozi must be sued. We have been mounting the pressure on him. He refused. You know the reason why he refused? Because he's afraid that Ngozi might counter-sue because of his cockroaches in his cupboard. And at the end of the day, because at that time our bylaws was not fully ready and the lawyer have not fully looked at it and everything approved and signed and sealed everything. So he didn't have that fear of someone in a glass house throwing a stone, didn't allow him to make that move. But when everything was now settled, we have the jurisdiction to prove that Ngozi have no right to use.
Now they have jurisdiction. This is the part where he says something I want to listen. He talked about PM giving them the right. That is the part I want to listen. And I think at this point you're going to hear that because he have mentioned Ngozi and all this nonsense that he said. That is the reason why I drag it back. Now listen.
We have the permission of our Prime Minister that Ngozi.
They have the permission of our Prime Minister. Listen.
That Ngozi have no right to use Brigi anymore. Settled, we have the jurisdiction to prove that Ngozi have no right to use Brigi anymore. We have the permission of our Prime Minister that Ngozi have no right to use his name. All those things now.
Do you believe that PM said that CS should not use his name? If you believe that, then you need to go and format your brain because it is as corrupt as a system that is contaminated with a very powerful malware. So please, that narrative have destroyed. It have proven that everything he said here is all lies. all lies, and I will prove that to you, because he said, PM did not say anything. As we move forward, we are going to hear what he said again.
With the bylaw, now Nkere, when he now decided to take that action that we have been putting pressure on him, he did not carry us along. He forgot that we are the ones that have been telling him, when are we going to sue Ngozi? I even commented one day on the, I said, we should be suing Ngozi like yesterday. Then when I now saw it, and in fact, the first people that notified us were the Zoom media. The Zoom media was not saying Simon Ekpa sue Ngozi, but it was not Simon Ekpa that sued Ngozi. It is Briggy. You see, we heard the wrong narrative from the media, and then we were not asking. But
that it was not Simon Ekpa that sued Ngozi, that it was a wrong narrative. The question is, if you guys are not working with Nigerian government or Nigerian media, how come they are the one reporting what Nkere did, and Nkere have not informed you people, according to you? That should give you, should be a concern to you guys that claim that the information that even Sana Barawa couldn't report it before Nigerian news media. That means Nkere is taking instruction from who then? Your guess is as good as mine. Please make sure you like it and subscribe to the channel. I would like to know your own opinion as well. This is just a very simple reaction, because I know that many of you are sensible. So I want to know your take on this one, because this guy, the Eggman, have said it here. They were so happy. But guess what? Time will tell. What do I mean by that? It's not about reporting people. They have actually dragged Nkere to this nonsense. But USB should also, pick some of them, like Imam Madabo. Imam Madabo should be also put in the, in the watch list. You know why? Starting from day one, this man started doing kind of movement. I know that USB, they have intelligent people. My own is just to suggest. Why I say that, because these guys are hiding, with him now, even though there's a report that he's not in their fundraising. He said the other day that he was a kind of, nervous. I don't know why, but, these people, you guys, you get explain tire.